Properties are added on the Properties tab. On the Properties tab, I have the list of properties I'll be adding, and the bottom previews some of the information about those properties. I'm going to click the Insert Record button here, and now I can add some properties. The Master Property Lookup button allows me to search through existing properties and then select them and put them into a report. If they were added, something like a tow was added, then I could grab a car that was added in there and make a property for it. But since my property has never been entered into the system before, I'm going to select a property type. I'm going to use a bicycle as the property type, and then I'll enter item and description information. If I had a make in the list here for Schwinn, I could select it. You may have to have a supervisor add makes and models if you really want to have that added. Style, that might not be available in here either for you unless a supervisor adds it. Let's go down here to serial VIN. The PIN number is defaulted for me. This is the agency, this is the year, this is the report number, as you can see up here, and then this is item number 1 that I'm entering so far. When I enter a second piece of property, this would be a 2. Unit of measure, bicycles don't get a unit of measure, so I'm not going to fill that out. 1 bicycle, and its property value was $300. Damage type, if there was one, could be selected here. And now let's move over to the collection tab. Who collected this? What was the date and time that was collected? Was it collected at the incident location? There's the address of the incident, and then there's the address of the victim. I'm going to check mark this box, and it'll just pick the incident information automatically. Evidence type. Property storage. This checkbox means that the property was being submitted to the property room. If this was stolen, I'm not submitting it to the property room. If I do need to submit this to the property room, I'm going to check mark this box. Most agencies don't utilize this information at this stage where there's a batch number, container ID, or storage location. But if you're taking it and putting it in a temporary locker and you know the number you're going to put it in, then you can select that here. I'm not going to be taking this bicycle since I'm saying it was stolen, so I'm going to uncheck mark that box. Status allows us to pick the owner, allows us to enter the information about when we entered that piece of property into NCIC if we had done so, and then when we cleared it out of NCIC later on. And then there's a notes section about this specific piece of property. I could put the paint job or anything special about it. Moving along to the bottom here, we have the loss type. I'm going to insert a new record and then look at the loss type list here. Well, this was stolen, so I'm going to pick that. It brought in some of the information I already filled out. And this submit property activity to state agency means the activity will be submitted to the state about this being stolen. This is really important. If I uncheck mark that box, the state will know absolutely nothing about this piece of property. And so if there was a theft that occurred and there was nothing submitted to them, then they're going to be asking, where's the property? Because we don't see anything that was stolen. I'm going to save that record and now go to the offense relationship. This bicycle is related to this offense, and now I'm going to go to the involved party relationship, and while this is related to this offender and victim, and any images, if I wanted to put them of this bike in here, I can do that. Now I'm going to save that, and I can enter as many pieces of property as I want. I can also import property from an incident. I can print the evidence sheet, which looks like this. I can print a listing of the properties, print a label for the property, and a property receipt. This is an important one, which looks like this. I'm going to exit out of that, and now we have our property, and I'm not going to enter any more, but as you can see, you can enter as many as you want.